My late fiance's family all want the ring he bought for me, so they took me to court. John died 3 months after proposing. We were supposed to get married in August. Instead, I planned his funeral in March. His parents called me 2 days after the accident, crying, saying they couldn't afford a proper service. I didn't even think twice. I emptied our wedding account, the one we'd been building together for 2 years. Every penny we'd saved for the venue, the catering, the photographer, all of it went to giving John the funeral he deserved. The morning after we buried him, I was still in the black dress from the service when his brother knocked on my door. He didn't ask how I was doing. He just said he needed the ring back. I was confused. I asked him why, and he looked me straight in the eye and said the ring had been in their family for 5 generations, passed down from their great-great-great-grandparents. He said it belonged to the family, not to me. I told him that was impossible. I was there when John bought it. We went to this jewelry store that makes custom pieces inspired by fantasy movies. John picked out the design, paid for it with his credit card, and proposed that same night. The ring was 2 sizes too big, so we went back the next week and exchanged it for the right size. I still had the receipt with both transactions, John's signature, everything. His brother's face turned red. He called me a liar and said I must have faked the paperwork. Then he stormed out. Within an hour, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. John's mom, his dad, his sister, his aunts, all of them calling and texting, saying I stole a family heirloom. They said I was dishonoring John's memory by keeping something that wasn't mine. I blocked most of them, but then I got a letter from a lawyer. They were suing me for the ring, and they were demanding I reimburse them for the funeral costs because apparently I had no right to plan it without their permission. I couldn't believe it. I'd paid for everything, the casket, the flowers, the burial plot, all of it, and now they wanted me to pay them back? I hired a lawyer and showed him everything. The receipt from the jewelry store with the date and John's name. The exchange paperwork showing we swapped sizes. Photos I'd taken of the ring the night he proposed with the metadata showing the date. And bank statements proving I'd withdrawn the money for the funeral. We went to court and I won. The judge looked at their claims, looked at my evidence, and dismissed the case in under 20 minutes. He even made a comment about wasting the court's time. I thought that nightmare was finally over. Then last week, John's sister found me on Instagram under a fake account. She sent me a long message saying she just got engaged, but her boyfriend can't afford a ring. She said since I'm not engaged anymore, I should give her John's ring so it can actually be used for a wedding instead of sitting in my jewelry box. When I said no, she lost it. She started messaging me from different numbers, different social media accounts, even had her friends contact me saying I was selfish and heartless. My phone was on the table during lunch with my friend Sarah when another message popped up. Sarah read it and asked what was going on. I explained everything and she got quiet. Then she said maybe I should just give the ring to his sister, that it would mean more to someone who's actually getting married. She told our other friends, and now they're all saying the same thing, that I'm being petty, that I should move on and let the family have the ring. I started doubting myself. Maybe they were right. Maybe I was holding on to something I didn't need anymore. But then yesterday, I found out the truth. One of John's co-workers reached out to me. He said he'd heard about the court case and wanted me to know something. John had life insurance through his job, a policy worth $40,000. It went directly to his parents. The funeral cost $18,000. I did some digging. John's parents own a property management company. They have rental houses all over town. His dad drives a BMW. They're not rich, but they're definitely not broke. They were never struggling to pay for the funeral. They lied to me while I was grieving, took my money, and then tried to take the one thing I had left of John. And now I know why they really wanted the ring back. They were planning to sell it.